Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's going to be a little bit of fun for us. We're going to look at really two things. One, I'm going to make a note about just a slight little update to my Slammer review, something that actually helps the guy. And we're going to take a look at some real kind of rough, sort of trash KOs. It's going to be a laugh for sure. Stick around because we're going to cover all that in the latest GotBot True review. Hey one, hey all, welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, man, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, and while you're at it, light 'em up, baby. And hit that notification bell, please. It helps me out a ton. It lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that is in the description down below, also in the description down below. And if you are in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. You can check us out on Patreon. You can see what we offer to you through Teespring. Or, of course, you can hit the join button right here on YouTube and become a channel member. Whew, that was a lot, man. That was a lot. Okay, so we're going to look at first a little note about Slammer, something that does improve him. But beyond that, we're going to look at some KOs that were given to me. And I opened this on the live show. I opened these on the live show. They were given to me by our buddy Maximal10. Some of them work okay. One of them in particular is rough, real rough. I would say two in particular are rough, real rough. And to be fair, one of them came to me via a Secret Santa at work. This is going to be a fun one. So without any further ado, how about we head over to the table and take a closer look at these guys. I love when we have weirdo days like this. Yes, all of this is going to be covered right now. Some of it is better than others. It's going to be a hodgepodge. It's one of those odds and ends, right? With KOs and a note about old Slammer here, but it's going to be interesting. So how about we kick things off with the smallest and work our way up to the biggest? That seems like a logical way to probably try and do this. And we start with this little oddity. I'm going to take this out of it. I'm pretty sure that's a Minicon. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's a Minicon. I feel like I've seen that little motorcycle before. We'll see how the KO is. This is Tortoise Trans Robot, and there's a picture of what seems to be Hound on the cover, or on the packaging. And then there's like a whole range of these on the back that are a bunch of different little KOs of different, I guess, robots and transformers. I've looked at a couple of these. Like I have the Classics Ravage. I have the, which is like teal and like, I don't know, orange. And I have the KO of Cosmos. I mean, the parts are there. They don't feel good, but the parts are all there, and there's a whole range of them here. I can't even tell you who most of these are. It's old molds. So if you wonder why my hand is here holding this right now, it's because there's no kickstand and it's a motorcycle and I have no way for it to stand up otherwise. I feel like this hollow circle in here is supposed to be a Minicon port. I could be wrong about that, but I feel like it's supposed to be. This doesn't roll. There's no instructions, so I really have no idea how to transform this. We're just going to start kind of tearing out pieces and bits and see if I can come up with a robot and see how that works out. That's the joy of a KO with no instructions. So there's, that can split there. This is so bad. This is not good at all. Oh, okay, so the seat opens and comes out to the side and comes out to the side as arms, maybe? Perhaps? That tire definitely comes. I'm probably going to break this for the record, just so we're clear. Oh, look at that. So then that opens up. Does this come up as like a head? Is that what this is? Yeah, that comes up as, there we go. Oh, buddy. Wow. Is that what's supposed to happen here? So, does this come apart? I don't think that comes apart. So it looks like, so it looks like on this KO, oh sorry. It looks like on this KO we split the thing the front tire and stuff apart, and that's supposed to be the legs, and the head flips up right here, and these are the arms that, are they on ball joints? I think they're on ball joints, but can we turn it to get it down or anything? I don't, oh yeah, we can turn them a bit. Ooh, I think I'm gonna break this. I'm not gonna turn that anymore. I guess that's supposed to be the arms. This is not good. I don't know if the back here is supposed to split or if that whole backpack is there. This feels and looks very mini-con-ish to me with all of its junk on it. 0. This is a 0. I don't know what an homage is. I don't care what an homage is. Nothing feels good. It can't. Can it stand up? Can we get this to stand up? I'm not even going to talk about the articulation on this because everything that I'm moving feels like I'm just, like it doesn't want to move. It's like it's yelling at me like, don't stop doing this. I don't want to move that way. Is there a knee? Is that supposed to be a knee? I think that's a knee. Yeah, that feels like it's supposed to be a bit of a knee. This is not, that's not good. Let's move on. Next up we have Alloy Beast Armored. I've seen these like all over the world. Like people have put them up and said that they found them at dollar stores and whatnot. I don't know exactly where this comes from. I can't read this or any of this at all. I don't know if it's Korean or Vietnamese or Chinese or Japanese. I have no idea. This is a weird thing. It comes with an ever popular collector card that does have stats on the back, but I cannot tell you what any of those stats are for. I mean, we kind of have instructions. I mean, they're garbage, but we kind of have instructions. I mean, I hope this will go better than the last one, but I don't believe it's going to go better than the last one. So the head up here doesn't do anything. The arms can go all the way around, but not much out. I mean, we're talking, you know, Classics Universe Sideswipe level, or you know, like Earthrise Fast Track level of outward mobility. No bicep swivel. We do have an elbow to 90, well, just shy of 90 degrees. The legs can go all the way out to the side. If you keep the thigh out, you can get forward and back. If you put the thigh in, it severely limits the hip articulation. We do have a knee that's not 90 degrees. We do have ankle tilt and forward and up because of some ball joints. He's actually really solid, and he has heft because all the green is die cast. Now, to try and get him in his cat mode, I guess, and I don't know if I'm doing it right because the instructions are really quite awful. So I'm going to try and see. In terms of the coloration, I love this coloration. I like how deep that green is and the gray. I mean, I think the coloration's a 10. I think it looks beautiful. I like the die cast use. I think that's cool. The articulation is all right. It's too bad you got to leave these out for it. Otherwise, the articulation is good and the materials feel good. The plastic doesn't feel cheap like it's going to break. I don't know what this is or who this is. That being said, the cat head does not peg into the chest at all. We just bring that up over. Can the mouth open? The mouth can open, so that's nice. We can take the cat paws and bring them out and bring the paw actually around. And on the back here now is where things get kind of, I don't know, confusing for me, I guess. I think that we're supposed to go like that. Like, I think we're supposed to have this up over the thigh and then out like that. And I think that's it for the cat mode. I think that's it for the cat mode in the end. Easy transformation. Kind of a neat looking cat. I don't know if it's necessary. Is there a tail? Yes, I think there is. I forgot to take that out. Yeah, there's a tail. So, is there a waist? There's a waist on this, which you can also use in robot mode. I did not realize that. Cool. The legs can go back, I guess, kind of out to the side a bit. We do still have that weird knee. I don't know. This is all right. Like for something that's a KO of something or not well known of something, or at least not well known as far as I know of something, it's all right. It's infinitely better than that last piece of garbage we looked at. So far we have one miss with that red Minicon thing that I'm saying is a 0 because it's utter garbage, can't stand up and can't really move and it's not good. And then we have kind of a hit with the other weird cat boy thing where, I mean, the die cast and materials, like it all feels pretty good. I don't know what it is, but like overall it's a solid 8. You know, the transformation is simple, but it's interesting. You can move the die cast to get more motion on the hips, and you know we have ankle tilt and forward and back, and those it's ball joints, but like they're good. The arms are all right. It's too bad the shoulders are as limited as what they are. It's not hateful, so it's pretty good for what it is. What about this thing? Well, this is a Max Robot Super Robot. All right. Okay, if you say so. On the back we have these images, and it comes with that sword thing apparently. And like the images make it look pretty good. Here's our directions down here, evidently. And look at his stats. He has like a 10 for rank, a 10 for speed, a 10 for strength, and endurance is like a 7, and I think Fire Blast is like a 7 or an 8. Like, he must be the leader of the Max Robots, right? I hope not, because if so, Max Robot is not very good. And so here we have him at a package, and I know what you're thinking. Oh man, he has a Max Robot. I'm so jealous. Let's talk about his coloration first. Since the only animation we have to go on is the box art, this guy is a 3, maybe? Like, the red is where the red should be. The tires are where the tires should be. The black detailing is kind of where the black detailing should be. That being said, we shouldn't have the black detailing up here. We should have silver for the headlights. His thighs are right. His lower legs that are gold here should be gray. His feet that are gray should be red. His head that's, and I guess upper chest. Well, the upper chest is actually correct, but the head should be a gray color like the forearms, and the hands should be gray. Instead, they're gold. I know gold plastic is no longer a thing. It doesn't exist. For those who think it does, no. They changed the chemical makeup of gold many, 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 many years ago. Gold plastic syndrome hasn't been a thing in a long time. But I gotta believe it would be a thing here. Even his sword is supposed to be more of a gold color, and it's blue here. So you got that, I guess. The plastic here feels like a soap dish. It's that, I don't think I'm going to necessarily break it, but if I do, I'm not shocked. It feels like a soap dish. It feels like I'm holding like a dollar store level soap dish that you like put in your trailer when you're going camping, that so you can lay some soap on it. But like if it got lost or blown away or broke up, you wouldn't care. That's what this feels like. So we're going to take this out of his hands. And for the record, I don't think, we'll see when we go to vehicle mode, but I don't think there's anywhere to store this sword. I don't believe. We'll see. We're going to try and go to, I guess, I'm going to say vehicle mode. We'll see how this goes. So we flip this up. This, by the way, was one of my Secret Santa gifts at work. So we flip that up, and then this pushes in and this pushes in. Yeah, we'll do that much for now. So we flipped up the front and we pushed in the arms. We flip up the feet, and I guess we put those together. And do we push these up? Is that how we do it? Oh, by the way, for articulation, wait now, I guess I should do the articulation. I didn't do the articulation for our boy here. I'm sorry about that. Let me get this down. So the articulation for our boy here, the arm can go all the way around. We have an elbow to 90 degrees, no bicep swivel or anything like that. Nothing at the wrist. This goes up and down if that serves any purpose. No waist. The legs can go forward like that. No knee, no thigh rotation. I just pop that off of the thing there. The toes, they can go up. I don't know, for the articulation, 3, I don't know. So we bring this up and we push this garbage in and this garbage in. Because that's the only thing to call it, right? Like, I mean, we have to call it what it is. It's garbage. It's garbage. I assume these shove in. I'm going to say that they... Oh, yeah, none of this feels good at all. I don't know how well this is going to hold together, to be perfectly honest with you. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Why is that not go? I'm going to try and... That's basically it. I mean, the transformation is abysmal. So, 4, I guess? No paint on the back or anything. I'm going to just try and get this guy cleaned up a little bit so we can actually look at the car mode a bit better. Okay, so what we have is a lot of very tiny pegs and tiny peg holes that are probably going to break off pretty quickly. Once everything is pegged in, this is the car mode. It rolls pretty good. Here's the robot underneath, so it's literally the entire robot underneath. It doesn't feel good. It rolls fine. You know what? I mean, this thing costs like, I don't know, $2, $4? I don't know. I think it would be fine to fiddle with. Maybe give to someone that's just getting into Transformers. If they break it, no big deal. But I can almost guarantee you're going to break it. The transformation... Here's the thing. The transformation's all right. I wish you had knees. The transformation's all right. The size is all right. But the materials, man, are just garbage. And there's nowhere to put this thing. I don't know. Overall, I guess it's a 3. It's not good. Now let's take a moment, if I may, and going from something not very good to something really good. When I reviewed this guy pretty recently on the channel in true review number 947, I said then that this guy was my least favorite of the weaponizers because this was the only one that I had experienced tolerance and QC issues with. And I picked him up and I shook him. And I said, look how loose he is. Now as I shake him, look how tight he is. It's not perfect, but it's infinitely better than it was. That is attributed to a couple of people who commented. The comments are in the review. I don't remember offhand now who it is. I think it might be our buddy Robert. I could be wrong about that, and if I am, I apologize. A couple of people pointed it out, and like I said, it's in the comments of the review. And they deserve full credit for pointing this out to me. I'm so used to pins being a thing that what I didn't realize is the connector port does not have a pin. It has a screw that looks like this. Right there. And if you screw that just a little bit tighter, guess what? It makes all of this hold together that much better. So you can actually tighten it up without having to go through anything too invasive. All you got to do is tighten the screw. What say we end the Festival of Turds with this transformable robot? And yes, it's bad. This was actually still only 99 cents. That's how bad this is. It's still only 99 cents. Not good. As you could probably guess from the picture up in the top corner up here, this is going to be a KO of a G1 Seeker, and it looks like this. Naturally, it's supposed to be thrust, except he's all purple. We still have the traditional G1 landing gear, and as a matter of fact, if you were to lose or break those tires right there on the front landing gear, don't worry, they included a spare set. I didn't know that this was in here. It was 2 separate pieces that you actually put together, and of course you would put it through there. I don't know why this is here. Like, what are you doing to these wheels to lose them? But I guess it's nice to have extra wheels. We also have, and I don't know how old this is, but there's also, I love this. There's also these stickers, and there seems to be about 2 or 3 of them. But the glue is dried up on the sticker, so I guess it goes on his knees, but it's dried up and it doesn't any longer work. And I'm not about to lick it or anything like that to try and make it better. And I think this is supposed to go in his shoulder pauldrons, but there's only 1, not 2, and it, again, it's dried out glue on the back, so they're awful. Then we have, I love this, then we have white and red null rays, and we have the big missile there, or if you prefer, you can have a little a little red missile instead, if you'd rather have the shorter version. Does it fire? I mean, no, not really. No, it doesn't. No, it's not good. This is not good. And of course, as you would expect, we have his fists, and his fists are also, you guessed it, in purple. But maybe he's not all bad, you know? Like maybe there's some good here. We'll see as we go. The null rays aren't on him. I guess you could put them in like the peg hole under right here on the wing. There's one on the other wing if you're so inclined. As always, naturally, we need to do the transformation on this guy. I need to back things up here a little bit in order to accomplish this because he's going to get kind of taller in this mode. I mean, he's a fine enough thrust, you know, purple thrust. Nothing here feels good. Not 1 ounce of this plastic feels good in any way, shape, or form. All right, let's see if we can do this without breaking it. We all know how the transformation goes, so that's not the thing. It's, can I do this without breaking it? Well, the landing gear came out relatively easy. I still don't know why you would have spare tires. That's so weird. So weird. We're going to just turn these down like this. They're probably going to come out at some point. We're going to take the head forward there just a little bit. And I'm going to, oh, golly, this doesn't feel good. We're going to take that arm out. Can I even get this one out without breaking it? Oh, that does not feel good. You can see that we have maybe you can see, we have a screw in there. We have those out. I guess we rotate these around the rest of the way. All of this feels very thin, uber, super thin. We bring down the feet as we always have. Now comes the big part. By the way, the cockpit, if you want, can still open. I don't know why you would want to try and push that, but it can. We bring the head, of course, forward and bend it down as we always have to bring it through the body. Ooh, that's a tight fit. And then we bring this up over, and I guess if you wanted, you could bring that down. Now, here's what... I'll wait till I get the hands on, because there is something very interesting here. One fist, of course, goes on there. It doesn't really want to stay on. Like, that's going to fall off. I can tell right now that's going to fall off. Same with this one. I'll put it on. I don't think it's going to stay on either. And of course, on the side we put in oh boy, null ray that's not the right color. And jeepers. And another null ray over here. And boom, in the end, I have to readjust this, but in the end, here we have purpley thrust, hot link, I don't know, in his robot mode. Okay, so, as I was talking about earlier, I think this sticker is intended to go in here in the shoulder pauldron, and I think the other two are meant to go across the knees or up and down on the knees, something like that. And I could be wrong about that. Maybe these are the ones that are supposed to go in the feet. I don't know. But the glue is dried out on it. It's never going to happen. Naturally, the only articulation here is the feet able to go up and down. The arms can move all the way around. Shockingly, those fists didn't come off. But here's what is amazing. This is the first time I've ever handled a G1 Seeker mold where I've done the transformation and the chest stays in, and I can put the thing down on the head, and the head stays in. I had Thundercracker as a lad. His chest never ever stayed in. If I didn't leave the head cone up, he fell back. My wife has the reissue Starscream from a couple of years ago, and again, if you transform it like this and you put the cone down on the back of his head, it does not stay in. Go figure. The only time I've ever had anything stay in is on the KO. The plastic feels like trash, but this is the best transformation of the main torso that I've ever encountered. Who knew? So what a random hodgepodge of weirdness. Pretty cool. Happy he's fixed. The red car has a good car mode. garbage robot mode. The Seeker is bad feeling plastic, but best torso transformation of that G1 version that I've ever encountered. And the worst of the worst was that terrible little, I'm gonna say minicon bike thing. It should never exist. I like these hodgepodges, especially when something neat works out. And here we are once again. So the Slammer Man, he's able to be tightened up. I have become so used to them using pins that when it was pointed out to me, and I can't tell you who pointed it out, but I've left the comments in the Slammer review, and I want to thank, I think there was 2 people who pointed out that you could tighten the screw and that helps the looseness of the torso. I want to thank both of them. I don't know who you are right now. I apologize, but your comments are certainly in the Slammer review. Anybody can go and see them. I'm happy with him now. I was so let down by his loose waist. And some people have still had looseness with his limbs, so that's a real bummer. I didn't have that. But thankfully, if your waist, like mine, is loose, you can tighten it up pretty quick and easy. And it seems like, once you tighten, it seems like the screw stays tight. Like mine seems pretty good now. I gotta say, pretty good. Then we get to the KOs. So that Montoy car is, oh, it is rough. It does not feel good at all. Not at all. Then we had the little cheetah. I don't know what the cat lad. That thing has heft and die cast. Like, I'm kind of shockingly surprised by it. Now the transformation is super simple, but I'm sort of surprised by it. And to be fair, the instructions are kind of trash for it. I don't know if I did that right. Then we have the little motorcycle lad. I think it's based on a minicon. Maybe it's not good. It's really, really not good. And lastly, we had the all purple G1 version of Thrust, and that is just terrible. It's just awful. The tolerances aren't good. The hands don't like to stay on. His null rays staying pretty good, but the plastic is the cheapest feeling plastic I've ever felt on any KO in all my life. I am shocked that he's been able to stay together and not break as much as he has. It's not good. It's not good. And of course he has a couple of little parts with him that I have no idea what they're even supposed to be used for. Makes no sense. But you know what? They came my way, and since I had to go through the pain of dealing with them and seeing them, so did you guys. That's right, I share the good with you, but I also share the ugly with you. I appreciate you guys coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we offer to you through Teespring, or of course hit the join button right here on YouTube to become a channel member. Don't forget, man, to hit the subscribe button, stick around, have some fun with us, and especially don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single day, you right there, you do make a difference. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together and have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres of the old-fashioned way, right here inside the videos.